Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey y'all, what's happening? Happy Valentine's Day from Mrs. Car Doctor and Alex the Car Doctor.
Hope y'all having a good day. Welcome back to another live
And
session.
don't y'all be out there arguing, man. We went to doggone Quick Trip today and they out there fussing at each other. I'm like, this is Valentine's Day. Y'all say that stuff for, tomorrow or something.
I guess.
It's the day of love.
It's love is in the air. So y'all know what it is. Look at Joshua Ricks already up in here.
Mr. Ricks.
Hey Joshua. We're here to answer your car questions. Let me put this banner up here so y'all can make sure y'all get all the information going, whatever.
What today is? Monday?
Babe, today is Wednesday.
Oh.
He said, where's the cherry pepper? You know what? Josh, we're gonna make sure we have that next live. Next live, we got you.
Yeah.
Joshua Rick says, hey y'all, I have an 01 Dodge Ram 1500 5.9 with over 250,000 miles. Would you recommend doing a seafoam treatment? I've never used it before, but heard nothing but good things about it.
I would definitely recommend using a seafoam treatment. I would, with those kind of miles on that truck, which is low, may I tell you, that truck is known to go and go and go. You'll get tired of that truck before it gives out on you. Just got to keep oil in it. But if you want to take good care of it, seafoam treatment is the way to go. I would actually use it in the crankcase right before you change the oil. I will dump the recommended amount in the oil, and they say for every quart add like 5 ounces or a little cup full, and drive like 500 miles with that stuff in there to help break up the carbon. Then I will put it in an induction service, but you got to be careful and know what you're doing when you're doing it that way. Or if you don't trust yourself, just dump it in the tank. It'll do an okay job too. So hopefully that helps.
Keep on. Love that truck for Valentine's Day. Hold on, because the question's already rolling in here. I just want to brag on my man and everything, because I know he called out the butt. Bam, look who got upgraded today for Valentine's Day. So if y'all see me on the video doing this right here, like, you said so? Did you hear me? I'm gonna be wearing this hand out this week. He's so sweet to me. I love it. Thank you. Hi, John says, what up, y'all?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, hi, John.
One of our favorites.
Think outside the box.
That's another one of our favorites.
Hey, got that notification and in the house.
Yeah,
I love it.
What's happening?
Gaio John says cherry Pepsi. So, yes, it's a war going on. Cherry Pepsi versus cherry Coke.
Yeah. I'm going to have both of them lined up next time. This Sunday. I'm gonna do a taste test. What you think, sweetie?
We missed y'all last Sunday. How about them Chiefs? I mean, I really want room for neither one of them because Falcons didn't go. So and they kept putting Taylor Swift on the screen. I like her and all, but dang, I just want to watch the game. Gio Madrigal, I hope I said that right. Says, hey guys,
love. That name.
Of course, we love Madrigal from Doggone Encanto.
Yeah,
that's where it comes from. Hey guys, love watching your vids. It helps my time go by quicker at work.
Oh man, that's cool.
Dang, I need to do better about editing and giving them out there. Then I don't want you to be having to watch the same stuff over and over again.
Looking forward to these little videos.
Let me see. Taurus Eastland says, what does a dry start mean in layman terms?
Dry start basically means, in layman terms, when you get up in the morning and you be like, oh, you got to stretch and you got to loosen up your joints, because if you just jump straight up, you're gonna feel it. So you got to just stretch. So I'm trying to relate to.
You know what? I had one off for a minute.
To cars.
I'm like, what?
A dry start. So you know what the human term means? It's basically like that for an engine. Engine uses oil. And as your car get up in miles, or you're not using the correct oil filter, or as parts wear out, the oil would not retain in the critical components of the vehicle. And when you first start the car in the morning, after it's been sitting a couple of hours, nothing doesn't have anything to do with it in the morning. After the car been sitting a couple of hours, all the oil would drain to the bottom of the engine. And on the initial startup, it starts up dry. No oil lubrication. So you hear a little rattle, mostly a rattle. Sometimes it can be coming from the timing chain area. Sometimes it can be coming from the valve train area, which is the top portion of the engine. So that's all that is. Try switching up your oil filters. Try switching up your oils. If it continues to do that without seeing about it, you will do damage to your engine over time. But if everything else fails, try out this product called Lucas. It will stick to the crucial components and prevent that dry start. Lucas oil treatment. If your engine is really old and worn out, that'll help save, prolong the life of the engine.
All right, Taurus.
So hopefully that helps.
Hopefully that helped you.
I had a little dry start moment. Did y'all catch that?
I did too, because I went somewhere else. I came back. You were talking about waking up in the morning.
We both had a dry start moment. you off in space.
I went off
and I can't get my words right.
I had one of them get out moments. Like, oh, what did he say? It's the ring. It's the ring. That's
to be down. Something about
Good evening, kings and queens. It ain't easy being greasy. Colonel in the house.
Another one of our favorites.
How about that Georgia weather though? It's 65 degrees in February.
We enjoyed it. We went for a nice walk. I got off of work early. Yeah. Guys, I've been staying late. What, for the last 2 weeks?
Yes. That's why we really haven't.
I'm wow, man.
He be working. He don't get home 9-10 o'clock trying to get the cars out the door. Linnell Scott Jackson from Nick J's. Guys, listen.
J's. Oh, these are my folks.
I met another wife like me. And it's hard in this industry.
Y'all are always asking us, who do y'all recommend? Well, we finally found them.
Yeah.
We found this nice God-fearing shop. It's ran just like us.
Husband and wife team. Yeah. Shout out to them. That's my girl right there. We be chopping.
What's their address? We need to put that.
I don't even know. Let me see. Try to see. Can you look it up? If you're in Jonesboro, you don't feel like driving tomorrow. This is a good second team.
It's a great alternative.
Check them out. Uncle Mark's DIY. Uncle Mark's in the house. Say hi, guys. The best repair duo and husband and wife on YouTube.
Appreciate you, Uncle Mark.
Hope you and your family are well. We doing okay. Okay, it's a little bit slow, but compared to other shops, like we're not that slow. But okay, we got. It's you can find Nick J's at 10147 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia.
We sure we give them the right address.
Yeah, that's it. It ain't but one Nick J, baby. But check them out. Good people over there. Yeah, I don't even recommend other shops. But I've been to their shop, met the wife, sat down with her, met the husband. They're good people.
Their phone number.
There you go.
Booyah.
Boom. All right. He says, hope we're doing well. We hope you're doing well too. Yeah.
Uncle Mark. So we surviving. Let's just put it that way.
No complaints. We just living, baby. Living and working. Miles says, yo, I'm early. Yes, you are. Working at the hospital, ready to leave. What's your opinion on head gasket sealers like Blue Devil? I have an extra engine for just in case my Tacoma blows up.
First of all, man, that's a Tacoma. I don't see that blowing up no time soon.
Right.
A lot of people think of, well, people that don't know a lot about cars, they'll come to me complaining, oh, my car in the high 200,000 miles, and I'm just scared I gotta get rid of it. It's gonna blow up. And I ask them, what kind of car you got? Oh, it's a Honda, it's a Toyota. I'm like, lady, that car just been broke in. Mm-hmm. Man, you'll get tired of that car before it blow up.
Absolutely. Don't get rid of that car, girl. Rigged Ralph is in the house.
What's happening, bro? But no, appreciate the tip.
Yeah, to answer his question about Blue Devil.
I never worked for me. Now I have a cousin.
It worked for him every time.
God. I'm like, how do you do that? Like I've been gave up years ago when I first got in the industry. I followed the bottle and do this, do that. It caused more problems than good and never worked for me. I guess because when you're a good mechanic, the bottle looks at you like, oh man, this dude is a good mechanic. No. He's not gonna work for him. Versus.
But you know what though? Didn't we have a customer that left that stuff in there too long? Like it worked, but over time you're still gonna be in the jacked up.
Yes.
You remember that Chrysler 300? It was like a Chrysler 300. They had put Blue Devil or something in there like that. And it gunked up the system, and we wind up having to replace that. So, I mean, if you're trying to do something to get by right quick, I guess, but over time, you're still going to have to be back in the same situation. Comment below if you have a different experience. That's just mine. Shout out to you, Ralph. Thank you for the $2. Please bring me a chicken biscuit in the morning. I love you so much. Davin Whitlow says, hey, what's up?
What's happening, Davin?
Let me see that. Who that? Hesbon Osoro. I hope I said your name right. Say hello, Mr. Doctor.
Hey, what's happening, buddy?
All right. Wait a minute. Let me get to her other comment because she said happy Valentine's Day to both of y'all. And I just want to say, Yes, happy Valentine's Day indeed.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, Miss Allen.
Anyway, she says, I have an 04 and an 02 Volvo, and I love them, but I'm thinking of getting a 2023 Volvo. What do you think about them?
You can't go wrong with a Volvo. The only thing with Volvo, a lot of aftermarket shops don't like to touch them. That's the only thing. But I will put my daughter in a Volvo if I got the money. Now I can't afford a Volvo right now because they're a little bit out of my price range. So she's getting a Subaru instead.
Yeah, she is.
But Volvo, they pride themselves on safety. In my opinion, they're one of the most safest cars on the road to this day. That's just from my research from the. I think I researched Volvo this 2 years ago.
Got a bunch of miles on them. Yeah, I mean, maintenance is always key.
It's a German car, so you know you're gonna pay in maintenance. So long as you can pay to play, go get it. You know, it's perfectly fine in my opinion.
I like it, girl. Send me a picture. I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Come get me.
Take me for a ride.
Trixie
I'm pretty sure
in the house.
fancy.
Hey, Trixie, we finally get to see you on live. He or she is always commenting. So
it's good to see you on here.
Says, yes, sir. Thank you. LOL. Dry morning. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, dry morning.
Listen, we got a crazy toddler that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, man. She just either we getting too old for this.
I have dry mornings all the time. I've been like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to start. Just recycle me.
Willie Webb says, is 104,000 miles too high to get transmission flush?
I will be careful. If you don't have no history on it, I've seen transmissions go out like that after they reached over 100,000 miles and like, oh man, I forgot about my transmission. I've had this car since day one and I have no history on it. And they'll go out and get a transmission service and their transmission will go out. Now, the safest thing to do if you're really keen on changing it, do not do a flush. I do not recommend a flush. Do a drain and fill. That's the safest thing that you can do. After doing a drain and fill, depending on what type of transmission you have, because you can't use additives. I don't think you can use additives in CVT transmissions, but if you have a regular automatic, check with the bottle of this product called Lucas Transmission Stop Slip. I use this stuff even when my transmission is not malfunctioning. I just use it for preventive maintenance sake. It renews worn fluid. So if you don't want to touch it, you can dump some bottle of Lucas in there and it'll kind of renew that old fluid and buy you some time. But if you want to risk it for the biscuit and try doing a drain and fill, I would still dump that Lucas in there after on top of the new fluid. So
well, you know what? Another question comes to my mind is what kind of car is it?
Yes.
Because and what are you trying to accomplish with the flush? Because you know,
if you're having problems, like you starting to feel funny stuff, flushing it and
gonna send it on out the door.
It may send it on. I'm not no transmission expert. I've heard cases where I just changed the filter and everything went back to normal. So I've heard good stuff and I heard bad stuff. It's very mixed. So yeah, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, but to his point, that Lucas, I done seen that bring somebody reverse back before.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
We don't always recommend mechanic in a bottle, but Lucas products and Seafoam, them the three right there. Them the two, I mean.
And some other one too. It's another liquid out there.
Is it Liquid Molly? I don't know.
That's a good one. But it's a lot of good. We're getting off topic.
Right. Yeah, right. We don't want y'all going dumping in Alex to cut out and say, let's go fix my. No, we ain't say that. No, we ain't say that. All right. Joshua Rick says that cherry Pepsi would prevent them dry starts. Just saying. We're going to get a cherry Pepsi in the morning then. We're going to try that out. Okay. Maltavats. I hope I said that right. Hi, all. Thanks for your vids. 91 F250 460 CI in Cali. Okay. Didn't pass emissions. What are the preliminary things I can check to track down the issue? EGR valve?
Oh,
it's a 91.
Goodness. It's a 91. I am so sorry. I'm not gonna have no knowledge on that. He gave me the engine size, it's a big 460. I can try to help you, but then I don't know anything about the California emission testing. Do they tailpipe? I'm pretty sure they're tailpiping it, and like it's crazy because I think after 98, our stuff is exempt from emissions in Georgia. But let me take a shot at it.
Go ahead,
all
baby.
Right,
you got this.
All right.
Wait a minute. Let me rub you, but I gotta show my ring. Go ahead, boo. Go ahead.
All right. So what I would do, I would definitely try to do a seafoam treatment on it. Followed up with a catalytic converter. I'm pretty sure it has a cat. And I would test the EGR valve because you don't want to throw parts at it. It's hard because it's a 91. It doesn't have an OBD2 where you can hook a computer up to it like easily and communicate with the sensors and see what the stuff is doing. So that's why I was like, it's kind of hard for me. You really have to throw parts at it.
Can he do a smoke test?
No, because it's filling smog, meaning it's putting out too much NOx, carbon monoxide, and all the harmful gases. And that's a big engine too. So that sucker loves to drink gas and pollute.
I sure heard
that. Send it on down to Georgia. I'll take it off your hands. Nice.
No emissions here.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that helped, man. I'm not gonna have too much for you on that.
Dang it. I hope it helps. Seriously. Hi, John says, thanks to y'all, my trunk game is getting very respectable. I meant to ask you, John, are you a mobile mechanic? Let us know what you do, because we want to know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Nick J's.
Yes, that's the address.
That's the address up there.
So I did get it right.
Yes, up in Jonesboro, Georgia. All right. And it says you guys are the best. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Rigged Ralph in house. Evelyn Rodriguez says hello.
Hey, what's happening, Evelyn?
How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Tony Feliciano said, just for laughs, what would you do if Usher tried to hug your wife during the Super Bowl?
Man,
first of all,
let me
tell you something, baby. I'm gonna slide up out the way. All right, hold on, player. What are you doing?
Look,
Usher getting jumped that day because I'm gonna swing on you just because don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me. It's inappropriate. Now, if I was a single woman, it would be all right.
I'm not gonna comment.
You gonna shoot up the whole Super Bowl.
I mean, put y'all on game. It's always the quiet ones in the room that you want to watch out for. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I wouldn't even let that go down. I'd be like, hold on. I would like cut the music because I don't know why. Nah, man. Everybody is going crazy about Usher hugging Alicia Keys, though. I don't know. It didn't look right to me, but maybe they friends. Maybe
they got a thing going on.
Your singing voice is getting good. I like it. It's that country music, ain't it?
Oh my God.
Charles. 07 Tundra 4.7 P2445 from Chi-Town. Let's look up the code, Charles, and see what you got.
07 Tundra. Let's see.
Tundra's a good truck.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much wrong with that. 07 Tundra.
He said it's a P2445.
P2445. Booyah.
Let's see what it's got. Secondary air pump.
Okay, that's a common issue for that truck. So that truck uses like an air pump that it pumps fresh air into. It's a silly design. It pumps fresh air into the exhaust stream or into the EGR or something like that. It boils down. Your problem boils down to you either got like a breakage in the wire. I have to look at the code, but I'm just gonna give you my assumption. A breakage in the wire where rodents or some type of rodent that chewed through something, a bad relay or a bad fuse, or you could just have a bad vacuum pump. That's what it boils down to. But I would definitely check the simple stuff first before you start going to replace parts, because sometimes those vacuum pumps can be kind of expensive versus, a relay or a fuse. That stuff is I can't get the word out. Dry start, man. Dry start. Come on, babe, help me out.
I zoned out. Relatively.
Pretty cheap.
Relatively cheap.
Yes. The other stuff. And it's easy to hunt down not easy to hunt down a wire, but you can just search the engine bay area with your flashlight, but you got to find the pump first by Google or find a YouTube video and they'll show you exactly where it is. Mm-hmm. You can just trace the wire, make sure everything look good, get you a pretty bright light shine down in there. If everything look good wiring wise, then look into the fuses. YouTube, Google will help you find the correct fuse location for that vacuum pump. And if all else fails, throw a pump at it if you check those things.
Awesome. Hope you help Charles from Shad.
Now, of course, it's other serious diagnostic steps to this, but DIY things to do, I just named them.
All right. Neff Constanza says, finally get to watch you live. Was just watching one of your older videos.
Oh, nice. I appreciate you for watching. Yes, everybody, guys. It really helps me out and support the channel. Mm-hmm. I can't thank you guys enough. It really warms my heart that you enjoy watching me. We're watching us, do our thing.
You most of the time.
Us.
I just be right behind the camera.
It's us thing. Because without my wife, ain't nothing happening.
I mean, it's a special Valentine's Day. We been to get off of here. Thank you, Nev. We appreciate you.
That, y'all.
Miguel Garcia says, hello, you two. I did a drain and fill on my 2012 Lexus ES350 transmission. I don't think it has ever been done. Only took around 2 quarts. Can I do that process in a couple more weeks?
Yeah, you can do multiple drain and fills. Actually, the new Honda, let's say like a 16 Odyssey, they have problems with like shutter or something. They'll do something weird. Mm-hmm. And in the forms, and I'm getting this from other customers. Like I said, I'm not an expert. So other customers, they'll look into the forums and do all the hours of research and bring it to me and be like, hey, I want this done because I've read da-da-da-da-da-da. So now I'm sharing it with you. They will bring their car to me and be like, yes, I want this done with the correct fluid. Make sure you use the correct fluid. In this case, I'm talking about his Honda fluid. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back in a month or whatever time span he wanted to have it done again. And that'll clear everything up.
Mm-hmm. So it'll take a couple of times to do it. So good luck to you. Mr. NYC says, what's good, family? My 2011 Traverse has 136,000 miles, and I have a catalytic converter P420 code, bank 1 for months, and now it's sounding like a dang heavy V8. Any advice on this situation?
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is check. It sounds like you're having a exhaust leak. That can throw off different things too, and potentially can cause a P420, which is a catalytic converter code. But most of the time, what's causing that catalytic converter code is spark plugs not igniting all the fuel and sending a lot of unburnt fuel down the exhaust stream, which puts extra load on the catalytic converters, causing a P420, 430 code. Also, you can, in conjunction with the tune-up, do a fuel induction service that will clean the inside of the engine. A clean engine is a happy engine that pollutes less, in other words, in simple terms. And you can try that. But the first thing you need to do is fix that exhaust leak. If it's sounding like a V8, I guarantee it's a gasket or a hole in your exhaust.
Could it be stopped up?
It could be, but he said it sounds loud. So I don't know.
Yeah, get that taken care of. Because listen, you only get one check engine light.
Yep.
So if you run around with your check engine light on for a long period of time, how else are you going to know what else the computer is doing? Because
that's another important one I tell a lot of people.
That's important, boo. You got to get that done. And then on those Traverses, if he continues to drive it like that, or let's say the catalytic converters are bad, he can damage the engine.
Yes. The exhaust stream, the exhaust will get plunged up with cat material. The main cats will stop up the secondary cats. The vehicle will not breathe, causing a lot of back pressure on the engine. Back pressure will destroy your bottom end on your car. So if you're driving around with cat codes and all of a sudden you noticing the car starting to slowly lose power over the months or whatever the time frame may be, and you keep ignoring that, you will be buying an engine. So be careful. Do not ignore cat codes.
All right. Get that done, Mr. NYC. All right. Craig Armstrong says 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. For some reason, I find those motors that head gasket always go, is it better to replace it or just replace the whole engine?
You're talking about on the Pentastars. That's 2015 Grand Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see too many head gasket issues on the Pentastars. What happened? I'm not saying
that it
doesn't happen. It happens for only a couple of reasons, and I'm about to name those reasons. Those Pentastar engines have an oil cooler. The oil cooler sits down in the valley. The valley gets really hot. Mopar, the designers up there that designed the parts, thought it'd be a good idea to put plastic down there. Plastic, gets brittle, warps, whatever it does, starts leaking. Sometimes it will crack. Crack in two ways. It'll crack in a way where it spews coolant everywhere, or it'll crack in a way where it spews oil everywhere. And then you have people that don't know any better that keeps driving these vehicles with it overheating. And sometimes the car even tell you, shut off engine hot.
Mm-hmm.
And they think, oh, it must be hot outside. I had a customer tell me that. It was so cute. I'm like, oh, I seen the message. I thought it was just hot outside, and I kept driving. No, that's not what that means.
Blew them head gaskets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then they make other things out of plastic, like some thermostat housing. The behind of it is plastic. The thermostat housing itself is plastic. So you have a lot of plastic parts. And if you don't maintain that stuff or taking it to a good, reputable mechanic to keep an eye on your car for you, because that's what good, reputable mechanics supposed to do. When your car come in, they're supposed to check everything out, not just change the oil and send you on your way with leaking stuff. I see it all the time. It really hurts my heart that, that's why you taking it to a mechanic shop.
Especially at the dealership, which is crazy.
Let me know. I'm not a mechanic. I would love somebody to let me know, hey, this is getting ready to go out. Let me decide if I want to be cheap or get my car fixed. Don't let me just be in the wind like, oh yeah, everything is 100% fine. I just got my oil changed. It's just left the dealership. Dealership does this too. And riding down the road and boom, something happened. I'm like, dang, I thought my car was 100%. I thought I'd be able to make it to California.
Right, exactly. Should he replace the head gasket or replace the whole engine? Depends if you have a reputable person to do it. We do not do head gaskets because it's too many hands in the pot. Sometimes we have to take the head off and send it to the machine shop. Well, if the machine shop don't have the adequate staff or they just having a bad day and screw that head up, the customer looks at us. So to avoid all of that, we just engine swap it.
Yeah, that's easiest.
Yeah.
And less time. So your car be down.
Cost about the same, huh?
Yeah, because you're either going to pay like a crap ton in labor because doing a head gasket is very labor intensive, or you're going to be paying a crap ton for parts and the labor go down. So it's like, yeah.
Right. Okay. Hopefully I help you, Craig. Austin says it works. I think he's referring to, he said, best stuff on the market. I guess he's referring to
Lucas.
Lucas.
Probably so. The transmission stop slip.
Yeah,
it does work really good.
Shamar Williams, 2013 GMC Sierra 5.3 misfire, cylinder 4, fuel trim, bank 2, low and rough idle. Did continuity tests on all the fuel injectors and O2 sensor. I replaced the maps. And any ideas on what this could be?
So it's only one cylinder that's low. On one cylinder misfire. I wonder what's the mileage on that vehicle. I wonder, have you performed a compression test? I think that would be need to be your next step. Yeah, that needs to be your next step because your fuel trims can get thrown off by a misfiring cylinder. It'll definitely throw off your fuel trims. Do a compression test. You may have a burnt valve.
I was gonna say that. Didn't we just have somebody in the shop like that? Yeah.
Cracked ring land on the piston rings. It could be a lot that could be going on, but that needs to be the next step because if it's just one cylinder now, if you were saying that whole bank is misfiring, you most likely have an upstream oxygen sensor that's malfunctioning on you. If it was both banks that was doing funky stuff and running rough, most likely you have a mass airflow sensor problem. Like if it's throwing bank 1, bank and bank 2, that kind of boils down to mass airflow sensor. So yeah, that's just a little tad bit of information I can help you out with pinpointing stuff. So hopefully that helps.
All right, Shamar. Dre 77. Hello, my 2012 Malibu is in.
Y'all taking me out with these transmission questions tonight. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. All right, go ahead.
He says, hello, 2012 Malibu in the shop for transmission service, but the mechanic says it drives good, shifts good, but found metal flakes with black fluid on the dipstick. Is that a major concern? Yeah.
Yeah, some people would try to.
Ain't supposed to be no glitter in your system.
It may not be glitter. A lot of so from my understanding,
wait a minute, hold on.
I'm no transmission expert.
He said he said it.
Yeah, he said.
Can he prove it? Did he send you a picture of the metal flake?
Marcus just came to the shop and showing me a sample of transmission fluid that was dark in color. Metal flakes, I don't know. It's got to be serious mechanical failure to make metal flakes. Clutch material and a little debris in it, that's normal for any transmission. You have clutch packs inside all automatic transmissions, and over time, even a car with 40,000 miles will show signs of stuff in the transmission fluid. That's just a normal thing. It's black because you haven't been servicing your transmission fluid. Transmission fluid is actually a cleaning additive. It actually does a very good job of cleaning. So all that black stuff is just clutch material that's been just building up, and transmission fluid constantly cleaning everything off inside the transmission. Depending on your mileage, I would just do a drain and fill. If you're scared about doing a drain and fill, if you just don't want to touch it, but you want your transmission to last long, like I mentioned earlier, dump some Lucas in there, and you'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, and then if you don't trust the guy who said that, get you a second opinion.
Because some of these shops out here is trying to get folks, man. And that's what I'm out here trying to educate you guys about it. How these shady shops are out here taking advantage of people. It's no better than these call scam baiters. They calling old people and trying to get them to buy gift cards and taking people money and life savings. So it's no different than that. Scammers.
Right. Foxtrot says, hello, how you doing?
We're pretty good. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, man.
Loving you.
Not many Rippleton on the air.
You're beautiful.
He a singer, guys. I'm telling you. Really, babe? You gonna sing on the... It's fun. He having a good day today. I love it. I love it. Moses Diaz says, this mechanic stuff don't work out. We're going to start a band.
There we go.
Moses Diaz says, hi there. I have a 2011 Buick Enclave. Replace the ECM, BCM, anti-theft module they put on the computer to program, but theft deterrent won't deactivate. 3 computer techs car since March of last year. Ooh.
That's a rough one.
Right.
What I would do in your situation, I would find somebody that has this program called HP Tuners and have them turn off the anti-theft system. You can completely disable it. I'm not going to tell you what else HP Tuners do. That's what I would do. Call around, like, hey, do you have a program?
Can you tune? Just be like, hey, can anybody find a tuner?
Yes, find a tuner. Or you can go to an alarm shop. Most alarm shops have devices that they can hook up to your car to disable the factory anti-theft device, so they can put their own remote start and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Oh, you mentioned earlier, you were like, if this mechanic business don't work out. The funny story behind that, if somebody called the shop one day talking about some I would just wonder, do y'all have an OnlyFans account? No, we do not, but I guess that's an option if the shop business don't work.
I mean, I can dress you up in an apron and some boots.
I thought that was so funny.
I'd make that video great. Put you out there.
But y'all want to see some feet?
We got you, baby. We got you. You got nice feet for a man. I'm telling you. We making money. Listen, we is cutting up the guess because it's Valentine's Day and we just having fun, guys.
No, I'm just telling you.
But somebody did do that though. They was like, "Hey, Alex, maybe they meant like an OnlyFans for auto repair."
When people hear OnlyFans, what do you guys think? Y'all write down and what do y'all hear when y'all hear OnlyFans?
No,
I'm not gonna be on there. Yes, this is how you work on this.
We do everything on YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't know. TJ Soul says, "Hey y'all, from husband." I don't know if that's from her husband or they're from a place called Husband. I don't know, but I like it. Yeah. 2003 Chevy Trailblazer, 190,444 miles. Oil pressure low. Stop engine warning. What's up? Thank you.
All right. So you have a couple of things that could be going on. If the engine is running and you don't hear any knocking or ticking, then it's not because of actual low oil pressure. Because that's pretty low miles for them Trailblazers. The 4.2s are known to go. I think I got the inline 6. Mm-hmm. They've been known to go and go and go. What I would try to do, the cheapest thing, would try to do to change the oil. Sometimes the oil filter inside, they have like a paper filter, and the pleats can get stopped up and cause low oil flow, and it cause that message. So just change the oil. Try that first.
And filter.
Yes, that's the most important thing, because just changing the oil, that's not going to do anything. Yeah. You're still going to have a stopped up filter. So oil and filter change, try that. If that don't work, then draw your attention to the oil pressure switch.
You would think that goes without saying, but obviously franchise shops are changing people oils and not the filter.
They could have been, whoever you've been having change your oil could not have been changing your filter. They probably just been draining it and throwing new oil back in there, leaving your filter unattended, untouched. Now, if that don't work, then I will draw my attention to the oil pressure switch. Pretty cheap. They normally like $20-$30. And anybody these days can spare $20-$30. It should be that much anyway. We eat that now these days. Very easy to replace. You can buy it's a special socket you can buy specifically for that. You can change it yourself. Normally it's located around the oil filter area. Hopefully that helps.
Trailblazers, they're pretty good.
Yes, they're very stout engines. I think their only weak point, I need to do a top 5 on that. Only weak point is that 4L60 transmission.
Evelyn says, "Happy Valentine's," back at us.
Yes, thank you.
Davin Whitlow says, "Hey Alex, what causes catalytic converter to fail, and what do you think about catalytic converter cleaner?"
What normally causes catalytic converters to fail is lack of maintenance on your vehicle. Like not doing your spark plugs. Spark plugs is a big factor in catalytic converter failure. That's what I see the most. Also, if you have direct injected engines, if you're not keeping them clean by using some type of fuel induction service, that's another factor. People not cleaning their engines. Catalytic converter cleaner does work. It does a really good job. I've heard a lot about it. I've been
CataClean.
Yeah, I heard nothing but great stuff about that. The Seafoam treatment I use, it does a good job of cleaning it up, cleaning the system up.
Keyword on system, because so many clowns, it doesn't clean the cat. The man said the system, all that stuff run together. And sometimes when you clean the system, the O2s read better, and the cat code go away.
It's a lot that goes into the system.
Yes. Crazy people.
So hopefully that helps.
Support us by hitting the like button, you guys. It takes nothing to go ahead and do that. Boop, right quick. Boop. Just help the algorithm and stuff. And if you're on Facebook, share it with your friends. Don't keep us to yourself. Everybody needs their car running.
They're being stingy with Alex the car.
Share this to your timeline so people can join the live and get their car questions answered. And while that's going on, I'm finna go back to the questions. Wait a minute. I skipped somebody. Wait a minute. Oh, because Davin done tricked me because he got another comment down there. All right. Linnell says, "I hear you, Alex." Bill Reed said, "Is swapping out an engine easy?"
Depending on what engine you have. For the most part, well, let's just leave it at that right there. Depending on what engine you have. For me, piece of cake. All of them easy. It's just some cars require more steps than others. And if you understand those steps, you can almost do it with your eyes closed.
Like the Traverse, don't you gotta drop? They make them so tight at the top. You gotta drop it at the bottom.
You can't pull it from the top. You have to drop the whole cradle in some of these newer cars. And dropping the cradle requires a lift, which I've busted that myth and did it in my driveway.
It was dangerous. Before we had a shop, I was like, "What in the world?" Man,
It was a
do not recommend.
You
know what? Talking about how easy engines are make me think of Harry. I miss him so much. He's
we're just talking about him.
A gentleman that worked for us that passed away last summer. But we used to call him the engine bandit because he don't matter what engine it was,
boom, 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 boom.
Whether it's dropping the cradle,
he preferred it.
He wanted all the engines. Just give them to me, and he loved it. He loved it, and we miss him. They make me think about him.
And I was talking about it to Raphael.
Oh yeah, the engine bandit.
He was like, "Yeah, I remember great things."
So if you ever see our videos and you see a picture of him hanging up in the lobby, that's Harry, the engine bandit. Conrad Arteaga, what year used Honda Pilot do you recommend?
They're all pretty good. What I would normally be on the lookout for is like the early 2000s, like 05. When they come out with Pilot, but in like around in the early 2000s, 05, 06, 07. I forgot the exact year, but around that range, they was having automatic transmission problems.
Something awful.
Yeah, something like that. Because the Pilot, Honda is known for sharing their platform with the Accord. They share the same similar transmission design, if not the same, and definitely the same engine as the car counterpart. So yeah, it's pretty much all the same.
Okay. I don't know. Them Pilots are tricky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, they're good. They're good, you know. And mainly they go out because people don't service them. And
that part,
you know, they be having like 200,000-300,000 miles on them running with the same transmission fluid. Heck, I go out too if I didn't have no, wasn't changed out.
And use Honda fluid, please.
Yes,
you can't
people
use anything
not
else.
using the correct stuff.
Correct. Hi, John says, I'm getting into the mobile mechanic game as a side hustle in the near future, but for now, I take care of my family and friends for free. It's good practice. And I enjoy the work. I love it. One thing about it, because we were hiring, we hired a new gentleman who's a subscriber actually, Super Tech Taj, if you're watching. But the first thing I asked in the interview, do you love it? Because if you don't love it, this is not going to be the job for you.
You're going to hate it. As soon as you bust up your knuckles and start, cutting yourself, you're going to be like, man, it's stuff for the birds.
Sometimes a car will kick your behind. Yes. Sometimes you have to. This is not a job where you get by to pay the bills. You do that at Walmart. This takes. You got to have a passion for it. You got to like putting things together. Sometimes you got to take it back down.
I refer to it as like a project. Because I was talking to my daughter and I was saying, each project is different because, she into boys. And I was like, some projects you can't handle, me referring to these young boys. They, you don't want a project that has mama and daddy issues, daddy not around and, never been outside 285, not well-rounded. Not into the things you into, not into the music, not spiritual like you are. That's a serious project. And that I refer to that in car terminology as a rust bucket that I'm not saying this, to the boy, but that in the car world, that kind of project belong in the junkyard.
A money pit. You just, you know what I'm saying?
Or if I do try to take it on, it's not going to be about the money at that time. It's going to be a 10, 15-year project that I'm just piece by piece putting my life savings into. You don't want a project like that.
Right. Yeah. So I'm glad that you enjoyed the work because that's what's going to make you successful.
I think I kind of went left, but
you went out there, but I mean, it was relevant. It might be some fathers on here that need to educate their daughters about dating and stuff like that.
Everything goes into car terms in my life. Like daddy, like I got this project over here. This is the same thing. That's exactly how you had
explained it to her, and she understood. Moses Diaz says, also replaced the engine in 2022. Car caught on fire. Engine harness fixed. Car worked till March of last year, and that's all. Oh, the one with the BCM and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so it may have like a wiring problem or something.
He said engine harness fixed.
Maybe ground. I would have to look at a wire schematic, but if you can get that system deleted, vehicle, that EATS vehicle, well, it stands for something with the theft system. I can't think of it right now.
Sancho, MX Sancho says, hello to the best mechanic.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Man, that's a heavy statement.
It is a heavy statement.
There's a lot of YouTube mechanics out here. I don't know.
I appreciate that.
Says, just find your channel like 5 days ago. Thanks to the Avalanche lift replacement, you are the best. Oh, yeah, man.
I'm glad I can help.
Them Cadillacs and them lifter videos would be boosting us up, seriously. Ken says, I have a 2005 Scion XA intermittent PO134. What do you think?
Toyota.
Wait a minute. Do it on this one. So you won't miss
this is my gun broker thing.
Come on, man. Hit the home button right there. There you go.
I got it. Toyota.
Fun fact about Alex, while he's looking up this code for Ken, he like guns and Corona. Them the only two cars, guns, and Corona. That's all he gonna talk about.
Y'all go ahead and slide me some Corona money on over here.
Hit that super chat for 99 cents. Buy the man a beer, okay? PO 134.
Okay, let's take a look. PO 134. That's
why sometimes y'all see me zone out, because sometimes he just be. I hear about calls from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed.
Sense of no activity. Okay, so
circuit code.
Yeah, you're having no activity upstream. That's the important oxygen sensor. That's that upstream one. Let's see. You could either be having a wiring issue, so I would check the wires before I throw it. Now, guys,
and for my tech too.
Yeah. So for my techs out there, I always refer to diagnostic processes for the DIY people. Of course, I can get real techie and you need to hook this up, check this and that, blase. But hey, some people don't have
all that equipment,
$5,000 tools and things like that and invest in just for a one-time fix. So I just got to get that out there because somebody gonna be like, oh, you need to do this process, right? Yeah, he's a regular person most likely, and my content is for the regular people. Now that I got it out the way, check for wires. Unplug that upstream oxygen sensor. Check for corrosion, damage, wires, meaning rubbing up against the exhaust. Follow that oxygen sensor wire, boom, 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 and continue to trace on down. Make sure you don't see anything rubbing, damage, burnt, things like that. Corrosion is like a greenish, ashy looking stuff. Check, and he says intermittent. If the wires look good, I doubt if it's the fuses, then you may just have to replace that oxygen sensor. The reason you don't want to jump straight at replacing the oxygen sensor, because a good one for that vehicle is like upward of $100 to $200. And I will use Denso. I think that's what goes on those Toyotas. Scion is Toyota. I know I keep saying, I know it's a Scion,
I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's a Toyota. So yes,
you don't want
I refer to it as Toyota.
You don't want to replace that, spend that money, and it's still having the same problem. So
check the wires.
All right, Ken, with the Scion. All right, Life with Mika in the house this week. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. and Mr. Car Doctor, happy V-Day. Thank you. Same to you, my love. I have a 2010 GMC Acadia with a PO 113, PO 100, POO.
Y'all hit me with the codes tonight.
Now, I already had pre-looked up one of her codes because I was like, oh, them a lot of codes.
Yeah, that is a lot of codes.
So here is the one.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Sam. I'm here for you. I am here for you.
This is the 13. This is the first one. All right, air code PO 113, and let's see, intake air temperature sensor.
Oh, it looks like it's relative to PO 113 too, and 1100. See.
Let's see.
So she got intake issue going on there.
Yeah. Let's see. So it sounds like you're having some type of wiring issue. Somebody probably forgot to plug something back up when they did service on your vehicle. If you just recently had something done, you probably want to take it back there and be like, hey, I didn't have these codes prior to you touching my vehicle. Can you double check everything under my hood? But I think where it's going to boil down to is something is unplugged, bad connection, something rodent maybe got under your vehicle and probably chewed through some wires. Hopefully that helps. There's some codes is very hard to get a grasp what's going on without actually seeing it for myself. So y'all bear with me.
And I would like to add, anytime you pull a code and it says circuit, it's pointing to a wiring issue. So it might say O2 sensor circuit might have a wiring issue.
Most people see that and just replace it. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it don't. Don't throw parts at your vehicle. Look at it first.
Absolutely. TJ Souls, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much.
Husband
time.
Husband asked Nissan 2006 Sentra. Oh, the husband is asking. Okay, gotcha. Nissan 2006 Sentra, 220,178,000 miles. Right? Oh man, I'm reading them numbers right. AC not working. Hose seems to be seeping. Is this a DIY job? If I can change the hose, can I refill it myself?
Okay. These Nissan Sentras are very easy to maintain for the most part. You have a good vehicle. It should be the little 1.8 if you don't have the SR version, which came in the 2-liter, but most of them is the 1.8. That hose should be easy to change out yourself. The problem you're going to run into is, well, not really, because it's leaking AC. So the line should be clear to take off. But just to be on the safe side, you may want to hook your little gauge up to it. You can buy these little gauges from AutoZone, wherever, and hook up to it. And if the needle move, indicating pressure in it, then I would recommend going to a auto shopping and that system drawn down, because other than that, you're going to have to rent the machine for proper stuff to draw the Freon out. Guys, don't be a bad DIY person, which is letting Freon into the atmosphere.
We have to tell you that because the EPA be watching, and we ain't got time.
If you have that particular neighbor, they will snitch on you, and the EPA will reward them
25 racks.
Yep, easily. You can get snitched on. So I have to tell you guys the right way of doing things.
Right.
You can't just let Freon go in the atmosphere, on purpose.
Does AutoZone rent the machine?
You can get the machine, but for a DIY person, that may be a little difficult. It may be a little difficult. So your best bet to save some coins, ma'am,
sir, she asking for her husband,
is to check. If you know the hose, make sure there's no Freon in it. Replace the hose. Then, just to be on the safe side, I would just take it to a shop and have a machine. That way they can draw the moisture out the system, because anytime you open up any AC line, moisture will get in your system, causing damage on down the road. So it's important to vacuum that system down and then put the appropriate amount of oil back in it and then top off the Freon. So that part is kind of tricky. I don't recommend that for a DIY person.
Right. Fun fact.
Hopefully it answers your question.
Fun fact: 2006 Nissans and back, good.
Yes.
07 and Ford, no.
They came out that CVT crap.
Yeah, straight up. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully, sincerely, that helped you. Shamar says, forgot the miles, 145,000 on that GMC Sierra. Love the channel. You inspire me with your positivity and education.
I appreciate
3 years in the industry. Went to tech school for 2 years, working on mobile mechanic business.
You can do it, buddy.
Man. Yeah, you sure can. If you need some tips on that, holler at me. Okay, catch me on.
Now, I've kind of let Instagram go south, so I don't know how y'all guys gonna get in touch with me now. I get overwhelmed and I just throw up both hands.
Yeah, the comments over there is getting outrageous.
Yeah, my wife be fussing them. Oh, you just answering comments. You're not paying
no
attention.
Because since you want to tell your supporters, the problem I have is we'll sit here on live for an hour and 30 minutes with y'all.
With it, I feel.
But after that, hey, it's me time, baby. We're not answering no more car questions. We just sat in the trailer, did that. Okay. Now I don't know what I want. I sometimes just want to look at you, and I want you to look at me.
We can do that.
But we're not answering no more questions.
Happy wife, happy life.
Okay, I'm tired. But not for real. I need someone to cut out the two. Okay, Andres. I want to say your name because it looked fun to say.
Look, transmission.
I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all gonna turn me into a transmission expert.
It's transmission night tonight. Ibai Barriaga. I hope I said that right. I got a 2013 Traverse. It's Traverse night tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
With the transmission shutter. And I'm gonna replace the torque converter. You think that will fix it? or should I look into replacing the transmission? It shifts good, but shudders at 30 to 70 miles per hour.
What I would do, because replacing that converter on that Traverse, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to pull the whole cradle, and it's a job. Now, I'm no transmission expert, but I always try to tell my DIY people, if they can save a buck, let's try this first. So what I would do, 100 and how many miles? He didn't say. I would try Lucas transmission stop slip. If that fixes it, yay, you just save yourself a ton of money. The torque converter, I don't think that'll fix your issue. Maybe I'm wrong, because like I said, I'm no transmission expert, but from my experience, I don't think so.
And if you're gonna drop the cradle anyway to do the torque converter,
man, I throw.
You might as well swap the transmission.
Yeah, at that point,
just be done with it. Just don't gamble with it.
Yeah,
just
I wouldn't gamble. If you want, I would try that transmission stop slip or try drain and fill. But drain and fill is a little risky if it has a lot of miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Hopefully, Andres, good luck to you. Eric Train 76 says, "Get you a Corona, man."
Yes, sir.
I work on cars.
I'm golden,
man.
I literally.
I told you, you want to excite Alex? Cars, Corona, and guns. Look at this. Look at this name. I'll be like, listen, baby.
Man, I really appreciate that.
Get you a Corona, man. I work on cars mostly. I had an issue with my wife's 13 Escalade, and I used your video to help me with a bad lift.
Nice.
That's
I appreciate
that. You know what, too? I want to say this. You know what I'm saying? The women out here are going crazy with the auto repair. Like, we get so many comments where the women are out here doing their own oil coolers.
Yes, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, man. I respect it. I love it, man. We can get out here and do a little something too.
I'm about to go get me some beer after I get off from here.
Yeah. Davin Whitlow says, "Can a bad catalytic converter cause a car or truck?" I think okay, here he goes. Can it to burn more gas? Absolutely.
Yes, for sure. That car is like, it's like this in human versus car facts. If you have Corona masks, you know, people went crazy over Corona masks. Those masks. Some people wearing 2 and 3, trying to be extra careful.
And still got Corona. But go ahead. What you were saying?
So imagine having on 5 of those. You're gonna be like,
can't breathe. Yeah.
And then try running down the street. Then you can't breathe. You're gonna burn a lot of energy. By the time you stop and pull those masks off, you're gonna be about dang near dead. Trying to breathe. So that's how a car feels when the catalytic converter stopped up. It's gonna it's burning more gas, it's burning a lot of energy, and you're not getting anywhere. No power. So yeah, hopefully that kind of helped you.
I mean, I like your analogies tonight. Hey.
I always do that. I just need to do more of it. I normally do it in person.
But that's why people like you, though, because you put it in regular folks' terms. You know, nobody want to hear about gases and all this scientific stuff. Just tell me.
I'm not scientific. I like keeping it down to earth, my answers.
It's good. It's relatable. Moses Diaz with the Buick, with all the little computer situations going on, says the Buick mechanic said they need an OEM computer from the dealer.
Man, I wouldn't listen to dang old dealer to save my life on certain occasions.
I don't know, because I feel like when it comes to computers, I've never personally seen anything successful coming from other than the OEM supplier.
Man.
And that's me being a service writer.
What I recommend is the delete. Because who's gonna steal a Traverse?
But not everybody. Anyway. It's not a lot of people. Like, it's an Enclave.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. I know.
Traverse, Enclave.
But here's the thing. Though.
Arcadia.
Here's the thing.
Outlander.
And you know, everybody ain't out here tuning. We can barely get people to fix folks' car right. So it's not like that's not a common thing, though.
Yeah.
So he need a real more.
But he got an alarm shop. You can go to your local alarm shop. Hey, you got a device to disable.
I say, listen, if you want it done right, depending on where you're at. Now, if you was in Georgia, we could help you.
Yes, definitely.
But take it. I would just take it to the dealer, because whatever it is, they got the stuff to track down exactly what it is. Now, can you trust them? I don't know. Yeah. But sometimes that OEM stuff, it's better than aftermarket. But sometimes aftermarket is better than OEM. But when a situation like this, with all this stuff going on, I would say OEM computer, because you can rule it out. You can be like, okay, I know for sure it's not ECM because this is an OEM.
Most of those computers be rebuilt.
Yes. So that's my advice. I know you asked the car doctor, but sometimes I be
my wife be knowing.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I diagnosed 2 cars over the phone last week.
I was feeling, man.
He was angry. He's like, I can't get this car. I said, well, it sounds like this to me. He was like, you know what? See, sometimes just call your wife.
When I work too hard, sometimes I don't think right and I miss stuff and it makes me angry.
Yeah, man. I be like, baby, it probably got a kill switch on there. He was like, that's what it was. So right now I'm 2 for 2, sitting pretty.
Freaking alarm system aftermarket. It was one of our for sale trucks and couldn't get it started. I just tried everything.
When you get cars from the auction, it's just like you just don't know what you're going to get.
I had the signs. I seen the freaking horn, the siren thing under the hood, but
you weren't thinking. That's why I'm here. I'm here for you, babe. I'm here for you.
I appreciate you.
You know how I feel about public internet display of affection. Man, go on, man. Anyway, Denisha Brooks. Oh, that's my family. Hey, family.
How she leave me hanging? What's going on, Denisha?
No, because if I kiss him, he's gonna slap me down. And we is on the internet. I don't do that.
I promise you. Look.
No, man. Hello, family. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I love you. Denisha. I haven't seen you in a while, but I love you. Miss you so much. Hope you're doing okay, boo. Anyway, y'all see Alex trying to take me out on this camera here. Tony Stevenson says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. I have a 2003 Saturn Vue. Now, that's a good one. Now, that's a good car.
That's basically a Honda. There's a Honda drivetrain in it. That's a really good
it says 196,000 miles. My temperature gauge automatically goes to hot. I was told that the BCM is bad. Can it be repaired or replaced?
They automatically go. Yeah, body control.
Okay. I know what it is, but
oh yeah, they did. I don't think so. You may have a bad temperature switch. It needs to be diagnosed. I don't know if they're on to something here. You need to have somebody hook up a good scanner to it and run the proper checks on it. Because as soon as you crank it up and if it automatically jumps over to high, that means the computer is seeing from the temperature sensor, it's reading a hot temperature. So it could be a bad temperature sensor. It could be a bad wiring, something touching. It could be a lot of weird stuff going on. BCM, I'm not sure. Because normally sometimes they talk to each other. It gets weird. I have to see a diagram.
I would
start checking stuff first and get a second opinion. I don't know who you're listening to here. It is an older vehicle, and a lot of people, if you're taking it to the dealership or a big shop, a lot of people will brush off older vehicles because they don't want to have nothing to do with it, or they're just trying to, oh yeah, this is serious. It's going to cost X amount of dollars, and hopefully to brush you off. So make sure you're not getting brushed off. Get a second opinion.
Yeah. But your vote is temperature switch.
Yeah, something along that line.
All right, Tony, let us know if that works out for you. Evan, I hope I'm saying that right, says, can you replace just one rotor?
My answer to that is yes. Is it recommended? No. That's just like...
It just depends. Like if both rotors are warped, then yes, we recommend or grind it into replace both of them. But sometimes one rotor be good and the other one don't.
It's like eyes, guys. For people who wear glasses out there, our eyes are born at the same time here, and they're most likely going to wear out at the same time here. So you wouldn't get glasses and have one lens over here and the other one just out here, just regular. It'd be two lenses. Or if you get LASIK, they're not just going to maybe just do one eye. They're going to work on both eyes here. So it's best to do stuff in pairs if you can. Now, if you're on a tight budget, I understand. Go for what you know. That's fine. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. If your other rotor is fine. But if it's not, it's just going to tear up the new brakes.
Yeah.
So.
Meaning if your other rotor have grooves or imperfections in it, if it's warped, it will destroy your new brake pad.
Hopefully that helped, but hey, if you ain't got no money, man, skate with that one rotor, come back for the other one later. I ain't mad at you.
Nope.
Sancho says 2009 Avalanche, little shaking when idle. I replace a lot of parts brand new. When I connect my Foxwell 710, the fuel pressure is at 43.5 psi. Is that normal? Thanks. New TPS, spark plugs, cables, math.
Oh, so yeah, I've been throwing a lot of parts at it. Shaking at idle. The fuel pressure is normal for that truck. Normally, the normal pressure is that's good for is I think between 40 to 50 psi. Shaking at idle, that's something I have to see for myself. You could have bad upstream oxygen sensors. I don't know if you have any codes. You have to hit me with some codes, because the vehicle's computer will kind of lead you to the right area to be checked. I would really need to know codes, or I would just be telling you stuff from what I know in the past that kind of helped with this situation. And I just don't want to tell you any old thing. I want to kind of get right to the point, because I can go off left and I can stay there. And so provide me with some more information to better help you. Check engine lights, what kind of shaking, any knocking, any ticking, how many miles the truck have on it, things like that to kind of help me better answer any car questions for you all, if y'all can provide me with the most information as possible.
The Queen 8 says,
the Queen, I like it.
All queens, from one queen to another. Hello, sister. Says 2013 Dodge Avenger, over 99,000 miles. Okay, it's an Avenger. Check engine light came on. Scan 2 says it's the battery, but the mechanic claims the light was a fluke. The battery is good. Can a weak battery cause this?
Yes. Chrysler products are really funny when it comes to batteries.
Chrysler and Dodge, same family.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If it has a weak battery, or if it started up slow one morning due to the weak battery, it would definitely throw a low voltage code in the computer. He probably didn't check the battery, I'm assuming, because that battery is located in the fender, driver's side, front wheel, in front of the wheel. So literally you have to take the wheel off, remove the wheel trim just to get to a freaking battery. Oh, it's so annoying design. So I'm pretty sure he didn't check that. Get with another mechanic.
He might have checked.
I seriously doubt he went through all that to check a battery.
Yeah.
Get with another mechanic that's going to properly check your whole charging and starting system.
You want to be stranded.
Just get a second opinion. Have somebody that feels like they're going to take the time out to explain things to you and actually check the stuff without an attitude or trying to brush you off. Because a lot of mechanics would do that if they don't want to work on a particular car. And you got to learn how to distinguish them. Like, oh, okay, he got a little attitude. I'm not going to fool with him. You got to pick up on some body language and, things like that. Hopefully that helps.
All right, Tony, thank you for the $5 super
much,
chat.
Tony.
We appreciate it.
I'm about to get loaded tonight. I'm about to stockpile.
No, you ain't. You can have one or two bills. That's it. Now.
I gotta stay stocked up, man. My kids, oh my gosh,
they be in there. Hey, listen, one or two.
That's what I do.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because you might try to Valentine's Day have 3, but you know what though? He has a high tolerance. He don't even be. It's
guys.
Cool.
I got wasted one time on the cruise ship. I was seeing double, and guess how long it lasted for? I kid you not. And I was throwing them back. I drank like 3 pitchers.
He got the drink package on the cruise.
No, went to the beer tour.
Oh, okay. The Christmas beer.
Yeah. Not only that, I was drinking before then. It lasted about 30 minutes. Then I went back to normal. I was like, man,
it's a true
this
story.
Is whack.
So I just don't want him to have. I
can drink some of you guys under the table.
You got to be in the family. He lying. Davin Whitlow says, LOL, wow, and OnlyFans page, people are crazy. Yes, I did. I sure went to work, cut on my computer, and that was the first message on my workspace where, the shop management software. Like, hey, Alex, do you have an OnlyFans? I was like, whoa, okay, then. I don't know. People out here, weirdos. All right. I hope
maybe they're thinking in a positive way. Maybe they wanted me to fix the cars on OnlyFans.
We do everything on YouTube and everything else. What we need OnlyFans for?
Maybe they want to see me in an apron.
I got you with a little oil.
Yeah.
I got you. Bye. We're going to get some money.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. We have children. We're not about to, gotta leave a legacy, Say and Day. I hope I said that right. Transport. I don't like to mess up people's business name. Anyway, it says hello from Sherman in Georgetown, South Carolina, near Myrtle Beach. Always love your show and videos. Man, what's up, Sherman?
Appreciate it, man. I really do.
I love it. You know what? I've never been to Myrtle Beach. I've been everywhere but there. We'll have to go.
We'll have to check it out. Hopefully, we see you down there.
Right. I know, right?
Shout me out if you see me in the streets.
I mean, sure, we get big enough. We'll start announcing it with different cities because we do camp a lot. Mm-hmm. We don't mind hobnobbing with you good people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got this camp and we're going to start hitting the road, man, going to different cities.
We will be in Kentucky in May. I don't know if we have any Kentucky folks, but we will. Moses says, thank you. Going to find a good alarm shop. Yeah, man. Hopefully.
Definitely try. Call first. And then, take it up there.
And then ask, do they know somebody? Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah. Ask questions.
Good luck. I hope you get your car since last March. That's a year.
Sheesh, been that long.
Andre Henderson says 2008 Chevy Avalanche, the infamous taking forever to fill your tank, purge valve, vapor canister. What have you seen to be the culprit in fixing this issue?
It's gonna be the vent solenoid sticking closed. Okay, so what actually stops the pump is the vapors. Well, it's got a vapor release thing. The pump has a vapor thing that it pop the thing and keeps stopping it. So when the car is off in the off position, when you're filling your tank, that vent solenoid supposed to be open, venting. And if it's not venting, it's going to pressurize and cause vapors to come back up through the filler neck, causing that thing to keep releasing and sometimes cause gas to spit out at you. So check the vent valve. Now, if you had a purge valve problem, you can put gas in it all day fine. What'll happen if you have a stuck open purge valve, when you go to crank it up after putting gas in it, it'll crank. Then when it starts, it'll sometimes run a little funny, do a little stripper dance for you, then clear out and no more problems after that. Or throw codes like System 2 lean and weird codes. So that's some of the symptoms to, differentiate. I think I said that right, between purge and vent solenoid on your evap system.
Listen, I zoned out. Well, I hope that helped you. Sometimes I just be like, what am I going to cook when I get in here up here?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, sir. For all of you who don't have one or have one, man. Love is in the air for everybody. Love yourself. If you ain't got no Valentine, just look at your mirror and say, I love yourself for real. Because look, you only rhyme with you.
I think that's Brittany.
Yeah, it is. What's up, Brittany?
Brittany. Long time.
Hey, man, you know what? I was finna say something about her car, but I don't want to jinx it then tomorrow. Y'all said something about my car on live, and now I'm here. So listen, just good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right, wait a minute. We got some super chats going in. Nice. Let's see here. Oscar Milton says, what's a good pocket scan tool and essentials to have in a car in case of a breakdown?
Ooh, very good.
Wait, before you answer that, we want to say thank you for the super chat. Okay, really these are tough times, and you chose to give money to Alex.
It really warms my heart, guys. It really do.
Even though we do this for free, it's always nice to get a tip when you can. So take it away, babe.
All right. So a good scan tool. I would go, if you're cheapo like me, try the Temu. I don't recommend that. I bought a Temu scanner. It works. It's just awful. But no, for real though, I would go on Amazon and pick up an Autel little pocket scanner. They normally like $30. Very good quality tool. I got it on my store. Also, you want to get you a good jump box. And if you're a real DIY person, you will ride around with like a little small tube box. It's like maybe about this flat, this long. It's gonna have your wrench, ratchet wrench, and some sockets, and maybe an extension with the spark plug, tool on it. Spark plug tool socket. That's something.
Another thing that we just got that I love is the air pump. Man,
portable air pump. Because a lot of people will forget about their spare tire and they'll get a flat tire. And guess what? They go to get their spare that they've been had in the trunk for ever decades on end. They put it on, and that's flat too. So it's nice to know you can just pump it up if you're in a bind. So those are the things.
What did you say? Jump box, small toolbox. What else did you say? Scan tool. Look, scan tool. Check out Alex's store.
Portable air compressor.
Portable air pump. With that, you'll be able to take care of yourself and others. I like helping others.
And tire plugs. Can't go wrong with some tire plugs because sometimes you may not have a spare tire.
And listen, guys, I want to say this real quick. We are fast approaching 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are giving away a NOCO jump box as soon as we hit 50K. So make sure y'all stick around. Be watching that numbers, okay? We'll probably do it on live and give it away and ship it to you guys because we appreciate everybody. So, and we want you to have the tools that you need.
Y'all done helped me grow. I really appreciate it.
On the road, yes. Not even just because YouTube pays. It's just the customers we get. Just so many cool people.
It really keeps me in business. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Piano questions. I love.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice man.
Yeah, I love it. I love piano.
Super chat,
Thank you.
I really appreciate that.
He says, "Hey Alex, I have a lube tech interview at a reputable dealership tomorrow, and was needing some tips and pointers because I'm really nervous." Oh, I love it.
All right, babe, you take this one away.
Okay.
This is who I get all my tips and pointers at.
First of all, my husband has never filled out a job application. I always did that for him, and then we practiced the interview before he went in there. Yeah. So with that, I would say be yourself. As an interviewer, I would say I would love to hear that you love what you do. These dealerships care about quickness, fast, in and out stuff.
So make sure one of the things you mentioned about yourself is I'm very focused on my task at hand. You know, it's hard to jump. It's hard to get me off of what I'm focused on.
Detail oriented. Also, you say, you know, I understand that the customers, because one thing as an employee, if you can understand the business and make them understand that you can give them what they need, that would be helpful. So if you lube tech, you know, I'm very meticulous about what I do.
I double check, triple check
my work.
I'm very funny about that.
Yep. And let them know that you're trying to do the job as accurately, but as quickly as you can so you can get the customer out the door. That's what I want to hear as an interviewer. You know what I'm saying? Just say, I'm quick to learn. I'm a team player, and I'll fill in the gaps where you need. So those are my pointers. And you know, I know you're nervous, but listen, what's for you is for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and interview them too. When you go for a job, be like, hey, what's the numbers like in here? How many cars do you guys have a day? Or
can y'all keep me busy? Yeah. Like, I don't like to sit around. You know, sitting around make the time go by slow, which is true.
Yeah. So don't just, I know you want the job, but interview they behinds too, because you know it's great.
Because if they hear stuff like that, I'm like, man, he don't want to sit around. I gotta have this guy.
Yeah, exactly. So hoping that help. And if you get the job, let us know.
Shout us out. Let us know, man.
We want to know.
We want to congratulate you.
That's right. That's right. Good luck. Susie's mom, thank you for the super chat.
He shit you.
Man, that man about to go buy a bunch of Corona tonight.
Y'all done hooked me up, man.
We want to thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Let me see here. Let me see where I was at. But you know what? I know I don't want y'all to think I skipped y'all, but I want to read this comment right here. She says, I just want to thank Alex Cardock and Steph for always keeping my baby, my Buick LaCrosse A1. Do y'all a favor and let Alex take care of y'all baby too.
Who? That's
Joaquina.
Yeah, I'm about to say all of the LaCrosse that I've been servicing.
Let me tell y'all something.
Is Joaquina.
And I'm going to return that kind comment because good customers is hard to come by. When I say she come get her oil change faithfully, she listens, she trusts her mechanic. She's never complaining, oh, the price too high, nothing like that. That's a good customer to have, okay? So, Joaquina, your next diagnostic is on me, baby. It's free, okay?
Got you.
Remember, tell Shan that Sean said that, all right?
Because we're going to forget.
We will. But we love you. She's a great customer, man. Shout out to her.
She listens. Like, when the customers listen to me, things go smooth. It's when customers don't listen to me is when things get a little wavy. Right, exactly. So shout out to you, Joaquina, baby. We appreciate that you appreciate the service. Next diag on me now. Remind me. Jose Cifuentes says, gotta clean the kitty. I mean cat.
Yes, and yes to both of those. To both of those. That's right. That's right.
Gotta keep it service, man.
That's right. TJ Souls says also for the 2003 Chevy Trailblazer, he's got a P0440 evap code. There are 3 canisters that could be changed, but don't want to throw parts at it. What's your advice? Let's see.
Let's take a look at that.
Right, let me Google.
Chevy P044.
2003. What is it? Chevy Trailblazer.
You ain't gotta type in the shit. It's just a Chevy code.
Okay.
You just type in the Chevy. Yeah. Chevy, they use the same meanings for. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see.
All right. What do you got?
Let's see.
Fuel tank vapor system.
So it's in the it's the purge valve. Let's see something going on with the purge valve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's this?
Hi John over here, cash app and folks. The tip. Thank you, Hi John.
You are the man.
We appreciate it. Really, y'all is showing love tonight. We really appreciate it. Come tell y'all the truth while he looking it up. Sometimes I don't be feeling like coming out here and doing this. I didn't want to do it today. I ain't gonna lie. But Alex said, we didn't go. And I said, okay, we're gonna go. What you got for me? Evap control malfunction.
Let me just type in Trailblazer. You probably right.
Oh. So you saying I should have typed in Trailblazer? See what that? Yeah. This is our everyday life, okay? Now what you got?
I'm trying to just get. It's taking me forever.
Let me see.
Don't take me forever.
Let me see. Hold on. Bear with us. We want to
click something.
We want to make sure that you indicate that to the electrical system.
I would check the purge solenoid. Normally those purge solenoids are very hard to get to on that particular truck. I do, if I remember correctly.
Have you done the gas cap?
I don't think it's that. Loose gas at the easiest solution is check the gas cap. This code is just throwing different stuff at me. Like it's not giving me one specific thing. It's going to really require, I think, a good diagnostic test to hunt this code down. Do you have any other codes following up with this code?
But again, have you tried the gas cap? Sometimes it'd be that simple.
Okay, he's saying it's a leak. It's basically a leak.
Oh, okay.
That I didn't read it. I was just looking for a quick description. All right, so it's basically detecting a leak. Now, evap leaks are funny, guys. It's very hard to find an evap leak if you don't have a smoke machine. Like I just mentioned, that's something you're gonna have to take to a shop and have them do the proper checks on it. Now, a lot of shops don't know how to do a smoke test. The proper way to do a smoke test, and this is for your information, so you can ask them like, hey, did you do this properly? Meaning, did you take your scan tool and close the system off? Remember what I was mentioning earlier with the vent solenoid. When the car is off, the vent solenoid will be open. So when you're running a smoke test through the evap system, checking for leaks, if that vent solenoid is open, it's going to smoke from the rear near the gas cap area, because that's normally where it vents at. And they're gonna be like, oh, you need something bizarre, and it's not gonna fix the problem. So they need to take their scan tool and close that vent valve and close the system up in order to do the test properly. So that's one thing you can ask them, like, hey, did you make sure you manually close the vent valve when you ran that check before you recommend me this? And they'll probably be surprised and like, whoa, I didn't know this information.
Right.
So hopefully that helps.
Hopefully. That way you won't be throwing parts at it, TJ. Michael Gosmer, I hope I said that right. Thank you for the super chat. It says great channel and really
y'all are really showing out tonight, man.
Great channel and really like the hard work you put into this community. And thank you for saying that, because I really like, if you see us do stuff like drinking, Joshua was getting on Alex about not drinking a cherry Pepsi, is because I realize that people are people. It's not just about us posting on YouTube. I want to get to know the people. Alex likes to get to know real people, because you guys are just like us, probably married with kids or not.
Problems.
Everyday problems. Stuff, we all got them. Stuff. So
we're normal people just like you.
We do the live to interact with the people that's hitting the like button and the subscribing on the other side on YouTube and Facebook too. So thank you for recognizing the community, because we trying to do that. Andre Henderson says, when a mechanic is good and he tells you the truth, he can have as many Coronas as he wants.
Nice.
LOL, thanks for the fuel info, Alex, for president. Thank you, Andre. TJ says,
much love to y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Love the new ring. Oh, you talking about this one? I thought you had, you know what I'm saying? We've been married how long? Probably about almost 17 years. 17 years. My first ring, we paid $300 for it at the West End Mall, and we had to make payments on it because he was working at Napa AccuCare as an oil tech person for
started from the bottom now.
$7.75 an hour. So we had to pay every week for a $300 ring.
They dogged me out. I can tell y'all some stories. I appreciate the super chats.
Yes. We're gonna take a couple more because I know, you know, the name of the game is when they hit the super chat, I have to honor that and I have to click it. So I want to thank you guys so much for those super chats. We appreciate it. And thank you for complimenting my ring. I was totally surprised. Okay. Had no clue. All right. So
where were you?
TJ. Well, we answered that one. All right. So now says you gotta hold on. See, making sure we got everybody. Okay. All right. So he said, do you got a YouTube, bro? I'm sure you asked this long time ago, so we've been mentioning YouTube. But yes, we do have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter over there.
For you Facebook, it's 70,000 Facebook followers, but you guys only get reels and short form videos over there. If you're looking for more long form content, more teaching is over on our YouTube channel. Highly consider going over there, checking it out. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we get them more love over there. Not gonna lie. I am 123 says price 2010 Ford Mustang upper oil pan gasket 4.0.
We're not at our computer.
Yes, so we price everything with a labor guide, which is on a computer. I don't have access to it right now because I'm on the live stream with you guys. So
that I think that's a kind of a pain in the butt job. You do have the Exploder engine. That engine that you have, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm gonna tell you that the truth right now. They have time and chain guide problems, and the engine got to be ripped out. Buddy, if I had your Mustang, what I would do to save yourself some heartache in the future, I would just rip that engine out and reseal it. It'd just be easy. But hey, take my engine out, reseal my oil pan, change my time and chain, and you'll be golden. And change the rear main seal while you're in there, the valve covers, all while you have the engine out, and slap that thing back in, and you could probably get another however many miles you got on it now, maybe 200,000 miles or so, or 140, 150. But you'll be good once you do that time and chain. Just just take the engine out.
Anthony Moore says, I'm going to take my 2017 Honda Accord into the shop tomorrow to see what this damn knocking noise sound is from the trunk area.
Did you empty out your trunk? That would be a good starter to do yourself. I will take everything out my trunk, including the spare tire and all the tools to change the tire, and then drive it around and see what that does. It's just something cheap that you can do yourself.
Yeah, sometimes it be simple stuff, guys. We just had a car towed to the shop this week and wouldn't start. Ain't had no gas in it.
I know what's wrong with it. It got no gas in it.
So of course, the integrity. We're not about to tell this man it's something else. Hey, we put about $15 worth of gas just to reimburse us, and you can go on your way. So unfortunately, they paid. Hopefully, the tow was free or something. Maybe they got.
Well, now you got to come get his car. He's gonna be hit with some storage fees. So
if you watching, bro, come pick up.
Come get your car.
I'm trying to keep your bill under $20.
We hate to pack on storage fees.
David Singleton. I have an 04 Ford Ranger 3.0 V6
That's
5
the good
speed.
stuff right there.
Okay. It has no exhaust after the cats. Should I tow it to the exhaust shop, or is it safe to drive? It's about 15 miles to shop. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, so I don't recommend driving it. As a good mechanic, I got to tell you that. The reason being because you have carbon monoxide as a poisonous gas. It could kill you. But it's best to get it towed, because that carbon monoxide, the point of an exhaust, good people, is to route the exhaust way away from the cabin. That's why it goes under the car, all the way through the back and out the side or straight out the back. It's routing it away from the passenger compartment. So by you not having an exhaust on it, that gas will enter the compartment of the cabin compartment of the vehicle. And if you want to risk it for the biscuit, roll all the windows down. But you may be smelling like exhaust when you get out the car. That's how bad it could be sometimes. So just take that in consideration. It is okay to drive sometimes, because depending on how your exhaust is, the downpipe is routed. It could be routed in where it's a hose or something that can get burnt, and you can start burning stuff and cause a fire. It's just not recommended. let's just put it that way.
Yes, and we want to make sure you're doing. We want to keep
it
safe.
It's a safety concern.
If it's safe, then go ahead and tow it. Oh, amen. You know what your question was next, but I'm gonna take your super chat anyway because you did it. But oh no, that's not you. Wait a minute, my bad. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the people.
Gotta get them super chat.
But we got your question. Susio's Mob says, I had skim issues. Many mechanics couldn't fix my car. You told me someone with HP tuners could remove skim. I got HP tuners and removed the skim. It worked.
Wait a minute. Someone told you that, or I told you?
You told me someone with HP tuners can remove it.
Did?
So he got it tuned. You talk to so many people.
I rarely talk about HP tuners.
It might have been. You don't know, man. You be in there talking to people on Instagram. We glad it worked for you.
See, I told you. Now, HP tuners, they do have specific car groups that they only will unlock where you can get inside the computer. That's what I mean unlock. HP tuners is just a program that will grant you full access to your computer. Literally, it's a tuning software. So, if you're great at tuning, you can add power, do all kind of great things with that program. And of course, delete the security modules and all that good stuff. So yeah, man, I'm glad it helped, man.
Yeah, it worked.
And thanks so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. If you can
find somebody so that goes back to what was his name?
I know he can unlock the GM, because HP tuners, it revolves around GM, but it also does Ford, Mercedes, Nissan. It does a lot of vehicle.
The gentleman with the
Arcadia?
No,
Traverse.
He got the one that got the BCM problem.
Yeah, I forget
what he had. But you
something.
See, this is what Alex was talking about. So maybe that could help you. Let us know.
You just gotta find somebody with HP tuners, or pay $500 for the program yourself, and learn how to work it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You gotta have a laptop.
Jeremy Anderson says, love the videos. I'm here in Minneapolis. Man, I wish our rides were as rust-free as your patience.
See, that's my kryptonite, man. I can't even go up there and work, man. The mechanics probably laugh me out of that country. I'm like, this idiot mechanic fussing at me. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Help me out. Stop fussing at me.
Stuff down here in Georgia come off like butter, baby.
No, I know my way around rust. I'm not that bad. Still, that's not my cup of tea.
When he see the rust, he be like,
it's gonna be rough.
All right, guys, I'm so sorry we couldn't get to everybody. It's gonna be my last question tonight because it's Valentine's Day. We're gonna go sit and eat ice cream and watch some TV together. All right. So, amen. He says, hey Alex, did you go to any trade schools?
Yes, but it didn't teach me anything. No, I'm not gonna lie. I did get real good with the electrical diagnostic portion. Everything else I already had up in my head somewhere, but I did learn electrical, and I blame Atlanta Area Tech for my electrical skills today, because I know when it comes to automotive electrical, it scares a lot of mechanics, and it just doesn't scare me. It just takes time. Sometimes time I don't have, so sometimes I do turn down electrical jobs because I just don't have the time to trace down wires and run a lot of tests. But I do it.
I'm gonna ask one. I know I said I want. No, I saw Roman. He said, "Please help me." I'm okay. I have a soft heart for y'all. I'm telling you.
Well, we want to answer.
Yeah, I wish I can get to all of them. We'll be here all night. Carlos Aguilar says, hello from Palm Beach, Florida. Hello. Okay, this the one right here. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me get Eric too. He said, my name is Eric and I enjoy your videos. I work on my own cars, but every now and then I look around on folks' videos when I get stuck, and I found yours. Thank you. Nice. All right, Roman, take us out. How is it best to test the transmission fluid without a dipstick for the 07 Grand Cherokee with gear ratio error code?
Ooh, gear ratio error code. Let me see.
I looked it up for you already.
Anytime you have a gear ratio error code, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be burnt up clutch disc inside your transmission. I'm very familiar with those codes, and it's gonna need a transmission just about every time. So sorry for that bad news.
First thing that pops up here on the forum is if you bought it from the dealer, take it back immediately. So it's ain't no sense in testing. You just need to replace it.
Transmission is shot. Now, to answer your question is, with the sealed transmission, you can find the transmission fuel port, and sometimes if you take the fuel port off, fluid will run down, and you can kind of catch it in a cup. But it's pointless at this point. Trust me.
All right, I'm going to end it on this heart because it's Valentine's Day. Somebody down there named Frank said Chrysler 200 3.6 or 2.4. I'm going to vote the 2.4.
I'm going to vote the 3.6. I like power.
3.6, you know what you're getting yourself into.
2.4 is somewhat can be a mystery, but easier to maintain, easier on the wallet. 3.6, guys, I always preach it. You know what you're getting yourself into. Best to know your demons and then the not to. You know?
Right, exactly.
Best to know the backstabbers than
backstabbers. Listen, guys, have a good night. Happy Valentine's Day from Alex and Sean, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. We love you so much. We really do. Sunday, we're gonna be on here. Ain't nothing happening Sunday.
Auntie, we love you too.
We love you. All right. So
Alex the Car Doctor out.
See you guys on the next
one. Thanks for joining us, good people.
And we out of here. Let me see. Cut it off. There you go.